For those of you who don't believe in UFOs, I think you're proven wrong. What the heck is on the roof over here?
Well, yeah, it seems as though an unidentified aerial phenomenon has landed here on the Lucid studio in the Meatpacking District and beamed down this otherworldly Lucid Gravity here, which is draped in chrome here. So
that
kind
is
of
a
special,
sick wrap. That is nice.
This one attracts a lot of attention. So the idea here is just to get people to discover Lucid, come here, get to know us, and discover the vehicle.
Welcome to another episode of Out of Spec Bits, where I find myself today in the Meatpacking District of New York City. New York, just like I pictured it. And we've got Susanne Hachigian over here, who is actually in charge of all of the owners events for Lucid. I'll let her do a proper intro in a minute here. But today on Bits, what I want to do is I want to cover this event that's happening here with the launch of the Lucid Gravity. This is one of the most anticipated vehicles by many, including myself. I've owned a Lucid Air in the past. They're amazing vehicles. This Lucid Gravity is really incredible. But let's talk about this event today. What's going on? Let's ask Susanne a little bit about what's happening and maybe even talk to some of the owners here. And we have one special owner that's actually got VIN number, I think 14 here, Viviana. That's exciting. And then I'm also going to spend a little bit of time with Nick Twork, who actually is Director or Global Head of Communications. And you gotta love New York, people honking all over the place. So let's get into this episode of Out of Spec Bits. Well, Susanne, welcome to the channel, and it's great to finally meet you.
Thank you.
I know that
when
we met the first time when years ago when I had my Lucid Air, and you just reached out to me and introduced yourself, and I said, wait a minute, this is unbelievable customer service. Tell me a little bit about your role at Lucid. Tell me a little bit about what's going on here today, and we'd love to get to know you.
I'm Susanne Hachigian. I'm Head of Customer Relations. I've been with Lucid just over 3.5 years now. So my role, I help our owners, but the best part of it is I put on owners events around the country, bring all of our owners together. Met some amazing people. A lot of them I call friends now. So today we did a owners event here in Meatpacking. We had about 60 owners respond with guests, a lot more. So we're excited today just to have everybody here, welcome them in. They're getting to take some rides in the Gravity as well.
Right. Now, you just launched the Gravity. First deliveries took place, very select few deliveries in December of 24, correct?
Yes.
And then at the end of April, there's going to be a lot more deliveries beginning. That's exciting, which is really great. So, yeah, well, why don't we talk to some of the owners? What I'd love to kind of understand a little bit better about is, you know, where their passion is coming from and why they're here today and what they're looking to get out of today as well. I know that a lot of the owners that I've met, being an owner myself in the past, they just are so passionate about not only the brand and the product, but they love to get to know people and form those relationships. So let's meet some of those people. All right, Susanne, who do we have here?
So we have Jason. Jason's our owner from New Jersey.
Yep.
You want to tell me a little bit?
Sure. I've known about Lucid since 2020. A couple of friends bought them. I was really excited about it. I got my first Lucid in just last year in December. It is the best car I've ever driven, and I am very proud to say that. And I've had some wonderful cars, including BMWs, Audis, Ferraris. The Air is an astonishing car. So much so, my wife is coming towards the end of a time in an SUV that we ordered a Gravity, and that's why we're here for the Gravity event.
All right. You're going to take a ride in one today?
Yeah.
Excited?
Really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jason, tell me about the owners, like in general. Have you gotten to know a number of the owners, or?
Yeah, it's like back in the day, my first car was an Alfa Romeo that I saved up for, and the Alfa Romeo owners back in the 80s were like this passionate group.
Yeah.
And
did you also save up for the repair budget on that car?
That's why I got rid of that car, because I couldn't afford it. I was 20 and I couldn't afford it.
Right.
But what I'll say is the Lucid owners are even more passionate than the Alfa owners were back in the day. I've met some incredible people, made some new friends. We all love what the brand is about. I mean, they're trying to do some really great things, pushing the envelope. They care about their customers. They care about their cars. What's not to like?
Right. No, I can't agree more. That's great. And the launch of this Gravity, oh boy, I'll tell you what, on the Out of Spec Dave channel, I just spent some time with Nick, and it's amazing. For me, I fit so well in that, being 6'5". It was funny. Nick's 6'5", I'm 6'5". The two of us sitting there and having a conversation, and there was still plenty of room for Bailey, my little pup, in the back seat. So,
oh, that's awesome.
But Jason, thanks for coming on, and good luck to you. I really hope you enjoy the drive. My son Kyle, who I think maybe you have seen him on some of the videos.
Big fan.
Big fan. He actually drove the Gravity about 3 months ago and loves it.
I watched the whole video.
And the thing about Kyle is if he doesn't like something, he'll tell you.
You know.
But when he was really super excited about it. I remember after driving it, he called me up. He's like, Dad, I know your next car. So I was like, wait a minute, Kathy just bought the Macan. What are we going to do? And I just sat in the Gravity, and I haven't driven it yet. I'm kind of afraid to drive it. But thanks for coming on today, Jason.
Thanks a lot for having me.
All right. Susanne and Viviana, welcome to the channel.
Thank you.
Viviana is one of our first 12 deliveries of a dream. I met her 3.5 years ago.
Yeah,
We're getting close.
October 2022.
How has your experience been driving your Lucid?
Oh my gosh. Well, the power, the comfort in driving, and the luxury have been there from day one, and everything else has been improving with over-the-air updates. As one of the first owners, of course, I've helped to continually improve the car. You know, it's never perfect from day one, but it's been great working with Lucid because they took care of everything. And, you know, it's just a great team, and you just get in and you've got the power, it just handles amazing. You just feel good about being on the road. And anyways, yeah.
And people look all the time, look at the car, ask about it. I know you've been to a couple events of ours. You've gotten to meet people. So the Owners Club, the Lucid Owners family, is what a lot of people describe it as. How has your experience been with our owners?
Oh, I really am drawn to the EV community, and in particular when you have something in common, like a particular brand, you really can get together and share information, tips, tricks, and you really get support and feeling of belonging to a community. So I really enjoy that. Not only, you know, in the EV community as a whole, because I'm very much, I mean, how I got into this is because I am interested in electric vehicles and in sustainable transport.
Viviana, I want to have you take me over in a minute. I want to see your rig, because that is one of the first ones ever delivered.
Yeah.
I was curious, how, before you took delivery of your car, were you following Lucid as a company? Were you like anticipating, or did you wake up one day and say, wow, what is this, and go and buy it? How did that whole process happen?
I've been a Tesla owner for since 2012. So really into electric vehicles, and then you know, found out about Lucid and was really excited to put down a deposit on a Dream Edition. And then I met some people here at the studio, and they invited me to be one of the first deliveries. And so I'm super honored to, you know, to have had that opportunity. It was such an experience, unforgettable, and all the people I met, you know, through the events, and then, you know, really enjoying the car. They shipped it from California to my house in New Jersey.
Yeah.
That's service. That is service. And so I'm just curious, do you have your checkbook out today for the Gravity, or what's going on here?
Well, I love my Air so much, and it's such a special car. It's number 16 with the black.
Yeah, you can't sell that, by the way. If you get a Gravity, you're not allowed to sell that car. You know
so
that.
It looks great, and I'm sort of addicted to cars.
I like it.
Those who know me know I have a few. Yeah, at the moment, I don't think I can right now.
You're going for a ride. We'll see. We'll talk after.
One step at a time, Viviana. One step at a time. But I can show you how to order it online if you'd like. Anyway. Thanks for coming on the channel.
Thank you so
much.
much.
But I do want to see your car. So
Absolutely.
we'll take a walk over there in a second, okay?
Okay,
All right,
sure.
cool. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
So Michael,
Hi, Suzanne.
how are you?
Good, good.
How many events have you been to? Lucid Owners Club events?
Oh, gosh, probably close to a dozen now.
How many put on by yourself?
I don't put any on by myself. There's always a team of folks who are as passionate as I am about the Lucid, so.
Suzanne, do you have Michael on the payroll? I'm just curious.
We do
I
not.
wish.
We've just become friends. As a lot of our owners, I see them often.
A lot. Yes.
Very, very often. So tell us a little about the Lucid Owners Club community.
So I've been an owner for about 2 years now. I knew about Lucid before Lucid because I knew some of the folks from the other company that moved over to Lucid. So
You could say it. It's okay.
So they were in management there. So
Right.
They went over to Lucid, and I sort of followed them. And so I saw like an early model before it was announced at the New York Auto Show. And so when you see these executive seating and the all glass roof, I was like, oh my God, I've got to have one of those. Not having any EVs before, I figured that if I was going to own one, that was going to be the one. And so when the Dream Edition came out, it was a little pricier than I could afford. So I ended up getting a Touring. I got delivery on Valentine's Day 2 years ago. I've driven the car now over 37,000 miles. So I use it all the time. And it's been a wonderful, wonderful
Did you go for the glass roof?
I did. I went for everything. They did not have the massaging seats. That was the only thing I was.
The glass roof is insane,
It
and
is.
in the Gravity, I mean, it's like a helicopter, right? It's amazing.
Anybody that sits in the car, they just look. Once they look up, they're like, "Oh
Yeah.
my God!" It just keeps on going.
Yeah.
So
You know, the best part about this vehicle is, it looks great. It has incredibly great, comfortable seats, massaging seats, heated seats, right? Go on and on. But you know what? The way this thing drives is just incredible. Now, I have not personally driven it yet, but my son Kyle has, and he was blown away by how it drives. So, I can't wait for you to
Get
in.
ready
I
for
can't
your
wait
ride.
I'm getting ready.
I can't wait for me to get in one and drive one soon too. But well, listen, that's great, and so thanks for coming on the channel and for all that you do for the owners clubs. That's great.
I can't wait till the next event. Thanks, Susanne.
Yeah, of course. Thank you always.
All right, so I've got Nick Twork with me here, and Nick, thank you so much for coming out. Tell me a little bit about you and what's going on here today.
Hi Dave, pleasure to be here. Nick Twork, Head of Communications for Lucid Motors. I'm here at the Lucid Studio in the Meatpacking District in New York, and we've just kicked off a really exciting second phase of the Gravity launch here. We call it Encounter Extraordinary, and this is a consumer event. We had a party the other night and a light show, and we've had some really cool social media tie-ins where some prominent influencers have shared that the Gravity is coming with their audiences, and really this is about giving people a chance to get in the Lucid Gravity, experience the vehicle, and then we've told people we're going to start delivering additional vehicles to customers at the end of April. We've got our press launch coming up in a couple of weeks, so you're going to see a lot more media reviews, including from the Out of Spec team, and we're going to have Gravities in most of our studios around the country here, available for test drive shortly.
Tell me a little bit about the Gravity. I know that the company, you've been selling the Lucid Air now for how many years is it?
A couple of years. We delivered our first ones back in 2021, so we've got a couple of years under our belt. But Lucid Gravity, it kind of brings a lot of the great attributes of the Lucid Air to an SUV form factor. It's got seating for 7 adults in the vehicle. I'm 6'5", I can fit in the third row. But not only 7 adults, but 7 adults in all their gear, all their luggage. It goes 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds, 828 horsepower, 450 miles of EPA rated range, and it has plug-in charge access with a native NACS connector. So you can charge it at the Tesla Supercharger network seamlessly, or you can go to any CCS station, higher output chargers, and use an adapter to go from CCS to NAC. And we have a fully 1,000 volt rated charging adapter, that will manage to be able to be used with a high amperage chargers as well.
So you've launched the Gravity first just in the Grand Touring, which has a 450 EPA rated range of mileage. And one of the things about Lucid, that you've always been super conservative with your estimates, which hats off to you guys for doing that. That's number one. Number two, amazing range for, and I say only, 123 kilowatt hour battery pack. When you compare that to, let's say, the Cadillac, Escalade IQ, which is what, 210 kilowatt hours. How do you get the efficiency with a vehicle like this size?
Well, there's an incredible team at Lucid, a very, very deep bench in terms of technology, and the team has basically sweated every detail. So, you know, reducing waste in terms of energy and maximizing thermal efficiency. They've taken a holistic systems engineering approach to every aspect. You know, a lot of people focus on the battery with EVs, and the battery is important, but it is far less important than the whole system. So we've got our proprietary drive unit, which is very compact, very efficient. This vehicle has, you know, a lot more thermal capacity, so it charges really quick, but they've taken a very, very careful approach for aerodynamics, you know, packaging, you know, no stone left unturned with this vehicle.
So 400 kilowatt charging, I hear?
Yep, that's correct. So this vehicle is able to charge at 400 kilowatts, and not just for a short period of time. It's going to have a really fat charging curve. So excited to get you guys out and have you experience it.
Well, I'm sure Kyle is excited to test that.
Yeah.
And obviously that would be on the right type of charger, like the Iona one down in North Carolina right now and all that. But what about if I pull up to a V3 Tesla supercharger? What kind of speeds am I gonna expect there? Because when I had my Lucid Air, Nick, it was kind of ugly at 45 kilowatts.
Well, you know, this is going to be a whole new ball game with Tesla superchargers. So we've got proprietary technology. We actually patented it back in 2019 that uses the rear drive unit to basically boost 400 volt level chargers up to the 926 volts of the Gravity. So you're going to see, you know, peak charging speeds at 220 kilowatts, and you're going to see that stay up there for quite some time. And, you know, it's going to be a great charging experience for customers.
That's amazing. I mean, like, you know, my Model 3 at, you know, I'll see peak 250 for a hot second, and at 50% state of charge, I'm pulling, you know, 105.
Yeah, really,
so,
really excited to show you more about that.
Oh man, I can't wait. That's awesome. Well, listen, the last thing I wanted to ask you about was just the software. I mean, let's be, you know, I'll be a little bit, maybe, I don't want to be negative. Dave's never negative when it comes to the Lucids, but I always, that's the one thing that I felt needed a lot of improvement was software. And what you were telling me earlier is that this is an entirely new software stack. So it seems as though maybe some of the folks at Lucid also agreed and have done something different. Tell me what it is you've done here.
Yeah, so this represents Lucid UX 3.0. So it's our next generation of user interface. And so it's a big step forward. You know, we made a lot of improvements on the Air, especially with the 2.6 level software we have now. But I think people are going to be really excited about this.
That's great. The screen's amazing. How wide is the thing?
It's 34 inches.
34
it's
inches.
A 6K OLED screen.
Oh,
so
man.
Absolutely beautiful.
It is gorgeous. And then in addition to that, you've also got the sub panel down below. That's a large rectangular screen, which is where Apple CarPlay would show up, which is not really where it was on the Air. So hats off to you guys for doing that.
Yeah,
that's
thanks.
great.
It's
I'm
gonna
just
be
a
a
big
great
Waze guy. I'm sorry. I like to know where the construction zones are, perhaps.
Well,
You know,
we're giving people a choice, and
Yeah,
I think
well,
that's
that-
important, and I think it's unique in the industry as well.
that is great. Well, listen, I'm gonna be around for the event a little bit today, but thank you so much for taking time out of your day. I know you're a busy guy, and it's great to finally meet you. And thank you so much for your time.
Great to be with you. Thanks.
All right.
At the lunch, Peter Rawlinson signed my license plate.
Oh, look at that. Wow. How special is that? That is amazing. And let me see your license plate. Dreamed. Beautiful. So this color was only in the Dream, right? This was the Dream edition. Was that the launch color for it?
Yes, it is Eureka Gold, which is only available in the Dream Edition. And yeah, so it's very special.
And also those wheels, those are 21s. Those were very special. Those were unique to the Dream Edition as well, right? Because I had 21s on my Grand Touring, and they were not these wheels.
The car delivered in October, and it had the 21-inch wheels with summer performance tires. And as you know, you're not supposed to drive summer performance tires over 45 degrees, below 45 degrees.
Right.
So I was able to find all season in the right size.
Oh, no way. Oh, that's
So
good.
These are all season, so I use these all year.
That's really good. That is a very special car. Viviana, thank you for showing me around. That's awesome. I know the color that you had, the interior on that is the same as what I had in mine.
Yeah,
And it's kind of a unique interior because it's got the dark
dark.
seats, but yet in
Dark
the
in the-
rear, and it's got the light color carpeted, but it's such a, I remember the first time I saw this, I was like, wow, that is really kind of a unique thing.
The seats are so comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and I love the soft closed doors. That is just...
And the massaging
the
seats
massaging seats
are unreal.
And they're comfortable even when they're not massaging. And the
Right.
power is out of this world.
Right. I'm just curious, do you do a lot of road tripping with this car?
Yeah, we drive it up to, along the Northeast. I haven't gone west with it yet, but up and down the Northeast.
Okay. And charging has been okay for you?
I do most of my charging at home, as most EV owners do.
Right.
It's actually the most convenient. You just plug in. It's the least expensive, and every morning it's charged. I don't have to charge it all the time because it's got a range of 450 miles, less than the 520 because it was the Performance Edition.
Yeah. Plus you got the 21s as well.
Yeah,
so.
no, it hasn't been an issue finding charging with the combination of the range and Electrify America and other network chargers or destination charging.
Right, right. Well, good. Well, thanks for showing me the car. It's a beaut. It really is. Don't ever sell this. Don't ever sell it.
I know, I can't. It's special.
All right, Viviana, nice to meet you. So that's a wrap from the Meatpacking District. Listen, there's a lot more content over on the Out of Spec Dave channel, the Lucid Gravity. So check that out over on Out of Spec Dave. Thanks again for watching another episode of Out of Spec Bits.